This is not music. This is medicine from a forgotten realm. A frequency buried for centuries, silenced by noise, drowned by distraction. But it kept calling, through static, through chaos, through silence. 432 hertz, the ancient resonance that once aligned temples and hearts. And now, it found you. Long before electricity, before science, before empires carved their names into stone, there was sound. And not just any sound. A tone, pure, vibrating, precise, tuned not for entertainment, but for alignment. In ancient Egypt, the temples of Dendera and Luxor resonate at specific frequencies when activated by chant. One of those frequencies is 432 hertz, but it goes deeper. Atlantean lore speaks of crystalline cities powered by harmonic fields, not myth, blueprint. According to esoteric texts like the Emerald Tablets, the Atlanteans understood that the right frequency could heal the body, stabilize the mind, and even open portals between dimensions. They describe it as a vibration that carries memory. And then came the silencing, the burning of libraries, the conquest of temples, the standardization of tuning. Enter Tesla, a man obsessed with vibration. He wrote, "If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." He called it the language of the universe. He was building machines to harness it, a transmitter, tuned to harmonize the world. But they were never allowed to transmit. It never launched. But the frequency, it survived, hidden, echoing, waiting. 432 hertz doesn't just sound different. It feels different. In ancient traditions, this was known not as tuning, but as attunement. Why does your skin react to a song with no lyrics? Why do certain sounds make your eyes water, without warning? Because frequency bypasses logic. It enters through the body and lands in the soul. Studies banned from mainstream science attempted to measure this. One experiment, 2 groups, same song, one at 440 hertz, the modern tuning, one at 432 hertz, the forgotten alignment. The 432 hertz group showed lower heart rate, increased alpha brainwaves, harmony, decrease in cortisol, stress hormone, heightened emotional imagery during EEG mapping. They didn't hear the sound. They saw things, visions, symbols, memories that weren't theirs. Some described it as being wrapped in something invisible that remembered me. Spiritually, 432 hertz is believed to resonate with the heart chakra, the bridge between the physical and the etheric. It's said to gently dissolve tension, open channels of intuition, and recalibrate cellular memory. Not because it's magic, because your body was designed to remember it. That ache in your chest when you hear something beautiful? That's not beauty. That's recognition. You're not reacting to a sound. You're remembering who you were before language, before thought, before identity. So if your chest tightens, if your breath deepens, it's not a reaction. It's a signal. Not everything that was forgotten was lost by accident. Some frequencies were erased, others were replaced. In 1953, an international standard was established. A equals 440 hertz. Not because it was more harmonious, but because it was more controllable. Before that, orchestras tuned differently. Some even used 432 hertz naturally. It was the organic pitch, closer to the rhythms of the earth. But something shifted. It wasn't just about music. It was about mass resonance. Sound carries influence. It shapes breath. It affects heart rate. It alters emotion. And emotion is power. A calm population listens. An agitated population reacts. This isn't theory. This is documented strategy. During World War II, sonic warfare was explored by governments. Sound as weapon. Frequencies tested to disrupt sleep, induce confusion, and even break will. They discovered that minor shifts in tone could destabilize entire crowds. 440 Hz was not born from harmony. It was forged for standardization, a sound that fit machines, not bodies. Precision over presence, control over coherence. 432 Hz wasn't just removed, it was silenced intentionally. Why? Because it awakens. It aligns systems. It slows the breath. It quiets the mind. And a quiet mind hears what the world tries to drown out. It feels the body. It reconnects with rhythm. It steps outside the mechanical pulse of the modern world and remembers the pulse of something much older. The war wasn't just fought with bombs, it was fought with frequency. And 432 Hz was a casualty they hoped you'd never notice. But now, you're noticing. Sound is not just heard, it is seen, it is felt, it is formed. Ancient civilizations didn't separate sound from structure. They built temples using frequency as blueprint. In Hindu traditions, the concept of Nada Brahma means the world is sound. Vibration precedes matter, form follows frequency, and modern science is catching up, slowly. In cymatics, sand, water, and particles organize themselves into perfect geometric patterns when exposed to certain tones. 432 Hz consistently creates forms that echo sacred geometry. Circles, spirals, hexagons, the same patterns carved into temples, mandalas, crop circles, and even cells. This is not coincidence. It's a language, a hidden structure embedded in the fabric of vibration itself. When you listen to 432 Hz, you're not just hearing something. You're entering a field of order, a code that aligns your inner system with the geometry of everything alive. Your cells adjust, your breath synchronizes, your heart pulses closer to what is known as the Schumann resonance, the Earth's natural heartbeat, oscillating around 7.83 Hz, which harmonizes more organically with 432 Hz than 440. Now ask yourself, if one frequency can organize particles, what can it do to your nervous system? To your DNA? To your memory? Because frequency doesn't just affect the present. It reactivates ancient symmetry inside you. That's why 432 Hz feels like something you've known forever. But can't explain. It's not just music, it's architecture in motion. You are not just made of flesh. You are made of resonance. Every cell, every organ, every system in your body vibrates. This isn't metaphor, it's biophysics. Your bones conduct sound. Your skin feels it before your ears register it. Your heart responds to rhythm before thought arrives. The human body is a tuning fork, constantly syncing to external frequencies. Your brainwaves operate in hertz. Your heart emits an electromagnetic field. Your cells oscillate in microscopic rhythm. Your breath becomes a metronome. When you're surrounded by noise, digital, emotional, chaotic, your system fragments. Anxiety rises, attention shortens, sleep breaks, memory slips, not because you're broken, but because you're detuned. Now enter 432 Hz, a frequency that realigns internal rhythms. Studies show it slows the heartbeat, promotes coherence between brain hemispheres, and triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, the state of calm, the gateway to healing. But there's something deeper. Listeners often report sensations they can't describe. Energy moving through the spine, pressure at the forehead, tingling in the hands. A sense of remembering a place they've never been. Because 432 Hz doesn't just calm the body, it activates the instrument. Your body starts listening differently, not through ears, but through tissue, liquid, and light. You become more aware of space, of breath, of silence. That silence? It's not emptiness. It's resonance waiting to happen. And in that stillness, 432 Hz doesn't just sound pure, It makes you pure again. What if your body remembers more than your mind ever learned? What if memory isn't just neurons firing in the brain, but vibration stored in liquid? The human body is made of over 70% water. Water carries frequency. Water holds pattern. Water records. In 2004, Dr. Masaru Emoto conducted experiments exposing water to words, emotions, and music. 432 Hz consistently produced the most symmetrical and harmonious crystalline forms under the microscope. 440 Hz. The patterns were more jagged, fragmented, chaotic. This isn't about beauty. It's about coherence. Your blood, your lymph, your cells, all made of liquid structures constantly receiving vibrational input. Every tone you hear becomes a message in your water. And water doesn't forget easily. This is why trauma lingers in the body long after the mind forgets. And this is why healing through sound isn't abstract. It's physiological. 432 Hz has been shown to induce changes in cellular tension, to soften muscular rigidity, to re-regulate breath and digestive rhythm. But more than that, it wakes something up. Listeners report memories that don't belong to them, places they've never been, feelings that arrive with no narrative. That's not imagination. That's resonant retrieval. Because if water holds memory, and you are mostly water, then 432 Hz becomes a key, a tone that reactivates the invisible archive stored inside you, an archive of dreams, ancestors, symbols, and songs that were never sung, but are still waiting to be heard. Again, have you ever heard a sound and suddenly felt safe? Like your body knew something your mind couldn't name? Like a tension you didn't know you were carrying? Released. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. 432 Hz is often called the natural tuning, not just because it resonates with geometry, or water, or Earth's frequency, but because it resonates with you, your heartbeat, your breath, your baseline. When a baby hears the mother's voice in the womb, it's not hearing words, it's hearing tone, resonance. That's the first experience of home, not a place, a vibration. As adults, we spend our lives looking for that feeling again. Some search in people, others in places. But for those who find it in sound, something unlocks. 432 Hz bypasses nostalgia. It doesn't remind you of the past. It brings you back to before memory, to origin, to blueprint, to the frequency of belonging. Listeners have described it as coming back to something that never left me, a frequency that hugs without touching, a sound that feels like home. And that's the secret. 432 Hz doesn't entertain. It regrounds. It brings you back to stillness without silence, to warmth without heat, to a sense of place inside the body, even when the world outside is in chaos. Because in a universe constantly vibrating, 432 Hz is a rare moment of peace that doesn't numb you. It returns you to center, to breath, to source. And the truth is, you didn't discover this frequency. You remembered it. Don't believe. Just feel. There's nothing to agree with here. No conclusion to defend. No knowledge to memorize. There's no lesson here. No theory. Just alignment. Just an old sound, finding its way back to your nervous system. Let it enter your soul. Let it dissolve your pain. Let it untie the knots you forgot were there. Let it rewrite the rhythm from within. Don't close your eyes. Let them close themselves. Just sit. Just stay. Just listen calmly. Because this sound wasn't made just to be listened to. It was made to be remembered. And if you're still here, you didn't just find this frequency, it found you. What you're about to hear is not entertainment. It's a full transmission. 432, the ancient frequency buried for centuries, now played in its purest form. You've been chosen to listen to this gem. Don't analyze. Don't question. Just let it in. Your system knows what to do. Enjoy the healing. I'll see you at our next astral meeting. Don't be late. Something great awaits you there. Have a wonderful, bright day. See you soon.